brought to you by Bowling Green State University and NBC 24. From the studios of WBGU TV, here's your host, Norm Van Ness.
And welcome everyone to today's Academic Challenge. Today's round will feature our teams from Continental High School, and on my right, the team from Toledo School for the Arts, Toledo School for the Arts, TSA, maybe we'll call them for short, because that's a bit of a mouthful. In today's Academic Challenge, we're going to have 4 different rounds, each round lasting 3 minutes. Our first round is a classic game show Buzzin Round, where each team has the opportunity to buzz in to answer the question. In this round, correct answers will be worth 10 points. Incorrect answers, though, will be deducted 10 points. This is the only round in which points can be deducted, and the question will stop when one of the 2 teams buzzes in. So let's go ahead and get started with today's matchup between Continental and Toledo School for the Arts. Here is our first question. What is 1,200 divided by 3 plus 300? Continental.
700.
700 is a correct answer. What kind of atom has an electron arrangement in which all electrons are paired? Continental.
Noble gas.
Noble gas is incorrect. We were looking for diamagnetic. Next question. Who authored the Common Sense book of Baby Toledo School for the Arts? No answer. Dr. Benjamin Spock. Spock is who we were looking for. Our next question. Name the German monk whose teachings inspired the Reformation. Continental.
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther is correct. Vocabulary under the letter D. An official order, edict, or a decision. Continental.
Decree.
Decree is a correct answer. What mountain range separates the Iberian Peninsula from France? Continental.
The Pyrenees.
Pyrenees is correct. Next question. What do you call a map maker? Continental.
Cartographer.
Cartographer is correct. Even though most news organizations have moved, what London street is still used as a synonym for the British National Press? No guess. We were looking for Fleet Street. Next question. Name the 4 tournaments that make up the Tennis Grand Slam. No attempt on that one. We're looking for the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and U.S. Open. Moving to our next question. What was the 1846 proviso called that prevented a slavery from expanding into lands acquired from Mexico? It was never passed. No answer. The Wilmot Proviso. Next question. Who wrote The 500 Hats of Bartholomew Cubbins? No answer. That would be Dr. Seuss. ER is the chemical symbol for what element? ER. Continental.
Europium.
Close enough. Erbium. Close enough. We'll give a correct answer for that one. Let's move on to our next question. What large island country sits off the east coast of Africa? Continental.
Madagascar.
Madagascar is correct. What do you call an angle between 0 and 90 degrees? Continental.
Acute. Acute
would be correct. And that will end our first round, our buzz-in round. The current score right now, TSA a bit behind at minus 10 points, and Continental right now sitting at 70. Coming up after this quick break, we'll go into our volleyball round. Make sure you stick with us. Welcome back for round 2 of today's Academic Challenge. During the break, we had a couple of scoring errors that we have since corrected. Both teams were happy with the corrections, so we will press forward from this point on. Our teams from Continental and from TSA a chance now to introduce and meet our competitors for today's competition. We're going to start on my right with the Toledo School for the Arts. Introduce yourself and introduce your teammates.
I'm Kylie Brandon. I'm a senior. This is Henrik Kress. He's a junior. Maddie Scott, she's a sophomore. Zach Murray, he's a junior. George Dreyer, he's a sophomore. Ben Whelan, he's a sophomore. Ian Richardson, he's a sophomore. And our advisor is Ken Burchett.
Thank you very much, TSA, Toledo School for the Arts, for being here today. Let's meet our competitors now from Continental. Introduce yourself and your teammates.
So in the front row we have Steven Shear, Zach Chandler, Steve Groff, and Michael Wildermuth. And here in the back row we have Max Moeller. We are all seniors, and our advisor is Mr. B.J. Bonney Jr.
Thanks very much, Continental, for being in competition here today on Academic Challenge. Now we're going to move right into our volleyball round. This will again be a 3-minute round, and the way this one works, one team will get a shot at a question. If they answer it correctly, we go to the other team. If it's answered incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to answer that question. If they get it right, then they get a follow-up question. It will go back and forth. 10 points for correct answers, no deduction for incorrect answers. This is our volleyball round, and again, it will last for 3 minutes. We're going to start with TSA. They're behind with a score right now of negative 10, as compared to Continental's 50 points. So here we go with the first question in our volleyball round. This one for TSA. Good luck. 3 minutes on the clock. Name in order the 4 presidents of the United States who have been assassinated. And we'll go past 5 seconds, so we'll give Continental a chance to answer that question. In order, 4 presidents who have been assassinated. Time's up on that one. We were looking for Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, and Kennedy. Next question will go then to Continental. In what movie will you find the line, "Lions and tigers and bears, oh my"?
The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz is correct. Back over to TSA. What is the first and most famous poem in Longfellow's book, Tales of a Wayside Inn? No answer. Continental, a chance to steal?
Hiawatha.
Incorrect. We're looking for Paul Revere's Ride. This one will now go back over to Continental. What kind of hearing is it when a defendant is formally charged, informed of his rights, and required to enter a plea to the charge?
Preliminary hearing.
Preliminary hearing incorrect. TSA, a chance to steal that one. No answer. We were looking for arraignment. Arraignment. This question now for TSA. What's a wall of water created by an underwater earthquake?
Typhoon.
Typhoon would be incorrect. Continental, a chance to steal.
Tsunami.
Tsunami is incorrect. You get a follow-up question. Vocabulary under the letter T. A book, especially a large, scholarly or ponderous one.
Text.
Text would be incorrect. Toledo School for the Arts, a chance to get that one?
Thesaurus.
Incorrect. We were looking for tome. We were looking for a tome. This one then to TSA. What large lake makes up much of the border between New York State and Vermont?
Lake Champlain.
Champlain would be correct. Continental, this question for you. Around the birth of Jesus, what empire controlled all the lands surrounding the Mediterranean?
Roman.
Roman would be correct. TSA. What is French for the final blow? No answer. Continental.
Coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat is incorrect. We're looking for coup de grace. Coup de grace. Next question, this one for Continental. In what book does the sailor washed ashore after a shipwreck find himself a prisoner in the land of Lilliput?
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels is correct. TSA. That ends our time for round 2, our volleyball round. Current score right now, back up to the 0 mark, is TSA. Sitting at 80 points now, our team from Continental. We take another quick break. We hope you'll stick with us for round 3 of today's Academic Challenge. Welcome back for today's challenge between our teams from Continental and Toledo School from the Arts. Toledo School from the Arts making it back up to the 0 mark, so they are now at water level. Our team from Continental currently ahead with 80 points. But the lightning round, a chance for a team to make up big ground in a big way and do it quickly. And the way this round will work, each team gets a packet of questions. They get to answer as many questions as they can in 3 minutes. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers will not be penalized. They have to wait until the question is completely read, though, if they want to pass on that question. During the break, our team from TSA picked packet B, and that is what we'll start with for our lightning round. So TSA, as many as you can get in 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get it rolling with our lightning round. Name the Sioux Indian chief who later in life toured with Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show.
Pass.
Pass on that one. Sitting Bull we were looking for. In what country are the cities of Mumbai and Calcutta?
India.
India is correct. In what part of the human body will you find the metatarsus bones?
Foot.
Foot is correct. How many tons are in 35,000 pounds?
Pass.
17.5 we were looking for. Where's Jimmy Buffett at when he's nibbling on sponge cake watching the sun bake?
Pass.
Margaritaville we were looking for. The old man in Hemingway's The Old Man in the Sea was a fisherman from what country?
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. Who was George Bush's Democratic opponent in the 2004 presidential election?
John Kerry.
John Kerry is correct. What's the capital of South Dakota?
St. Paul.
St. Paul incorrect. We're looking for Pierre. What's the chemical symbol for tin?
SN.
SN is correct. What poet's most famous work is Sonnets from the Portuguese?
Pass.
Elizabeth Barrett Browning we were looking for. Vocabulary under the letter E. Advocated by some as a way to deal with persons dying of incurable disease.
Pass.
Pass. We're looking for euthanasia. Spell euthanasia.
EUTHANSIA.
That is incorrect. Euthanasia, we needed an A between the N and the S. Next question. What Spanish artist painted Persistence of Memory?
Dali.
Dali is correct. Name the actors who's the only main cast member to star in all 7 seasons of the TV show 24.
Pass.
Kiefer Sutherland we're looking for. Which of the following states does not border Georgia? Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, or South Carolina?
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct. What's the SI unit of energy?
Joules.
Joule is correct. Who helped spark the American Revolution through his pamphlets called Common Sense?
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine is correct. What book begins with "You don't know about me without you have read a book by the name The Adventures of Tom
The
Sawyer"?
Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
Huckleberry Finn would be correct. What major river flows through London?
Pass.
The Thames we were looking for. Who developed the first successful polio vaccine?
Pass.
Jonas Salk, a correct answer. What's 30% of 600?
180.
180 is a correct answer. That ends our lightning round for TSA. 110 points, so making up some pretty good ground there during their lightning round. Packet A goes to Continental. 3 minutes on the clock. Your lightning round will begin with the reading of the first question. Good luck to you. Which of the following geographic features is not located in New York State? The Catskill Mountains, the Finger Lakes, the Shenandoah Valley, or the Hudson River?
Shenandoah Valley.
The valley is correct. What travels at about 186,000 miles a second?
Light.
Light would be correct. Where did Churchill, Roosevelt, and Stalin meet in February of 1945 to discuss the fate of Germany?
Pass.
Yalta we were looking for. What's the name of the superstate in George Orwell's novel 1984, where Winston Smith, the main character,
Oceania.
lives? Oceania is correct. Name the famous musician who died on April 5, 1994 in Seattle.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain would be correct. When two lines intersect and form a congruent adjacent angles, they are said to be what?
Pass.
Pass. We're looking for perpendicular. Spell perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
That is a correct spelling. What is the capital of Cuba?
Havana.
Havana would be correct. What's the medical term for high blood pressure?
Hypertension.
Hypertension is correct. What Continental Army campsite in the winter of 1777-78 was also used as a time for retraining and rejuvenation?
Valley Forge.
Valley Forge is correct. Who wrote The Feminine Mystique?
Pass.
Betty Friedan we were looking for. In what state will you find Mount St. Helens?
Washington.
Washington State. P is the chemical symbol for what element?
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus is correct. Name the child actor who played Kevin in Home Alone 1 and 2.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Vocabulary under M. A chocolatey brown color or a flavoring of coffee and chocolate.
Mocha.
Mocha would be correct. Whose 14 epistles began with Romans and end with Hebrews?
St. Paul.
Paul's would be correct. Until November of '89, what separated Germany's largest city between the East and West?
Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall is correct. What Robert Louis Stevenson novella is known for its vivid portrayal of the psychopathology of a split personality?
Pass.
Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What is the westernmost of the Canadian provinces?
Northwest Territory.
Northwest Territory is incorrect. We're looking for British Columbia. What is the process called where a parent cell divides to form two new cells?
Mitosis.
Mitosis is correct. What is 20% of 60 plus 6?
Pass.
18 we were looking for. What 15th century empire was centered on the Andean mountain range?
Inca.
Incas is correct. Final answer for Continental in the lightning round. Continental now up to 240 points to TSA's 110 points. We're going to come back after our next commercial break and finish it up with our final challenge. Make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. After 3 rounds, Continental out to a pretty good lead with 240 points. TSA with 110 points. We start now with our final round. This is our final challenge. The way this one works, it is back to a buzz-in round where teams get to buzz in. They get 10 points awarded if they give a correct answer. If they give an incorrect answer, the question will be finished for the opposing team to get a chance to steal. So this round, again, is 3 minutes long, and we will begin when we read the first question. Both teams, good luck to you. Here we go with our final challenge. What is the ballet move called where a dancer spins around on a point on one leg? TSA.
Pirouette.
A pirouette is correct. What is 50% of 1100 times 3? Continental.
1,650.
1650 is a correct answer. On what TV network will you find the show Larry King Live? Continental.
CNN.
CNN is correct. What kinds of rocks are formed from enormous heat and pressure? Deep. Continental.
Metamorphic.
Metamorphic rocks is correct. South Beach is a section of what U.S. city? Continental.
Miami.
Miami would be correct. What document was signed November 11, 1620, in what is now TSA?
Treaty of Versailles.
Treaty of Versailles is incorrect. We can finish the question for Continental. What document was signed in November 11, 1620, in what is now Provincetown Harbor near Cape Cod?
Mayflower Compact.
Mayflower Compact is correct. Next question. From what poem is the line from, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping? Continental.
The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
The Raven is correct. Intact enamel resists bacterial attack, but once it's broken, the softer dentine decays. What part of the human body was I talking about? Continental.
Tooth.
Teeth is correct. What company makes Wheaties? Continental.
Kellogg.
Kellogg is incorrect. TSA, a chance to steal that one?
General Mills.
General Mills is a correct answer. Good steal. Next question. Vocabulary under the letter F. A fast, medium-sized sailing warship. of the 18th and early 19th centuries, which carried from 24 to 60 guns? Continental.
Frigate.
Frigate would be correct. To become a justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, an individual must be nominated by the President and then approved by what? TSA.
Congress.
Congress would be incorrect. Continental.
Senate.
The Senate would be the correct answer. What Harlem theater became famous for launching the careers of Continental?
The Apollo.
The Apollo is correct. What literary award is given by the Association for Library Service to Children to the author of the most outstanding Continental?
Newbery.
Newbery Medal would be correct. In what war did the British march into Washington, D.C. and deliberately burn public buildings? Continental.
War of 1812.
War of 1812 is correct. What are the two main elements which make up the sun? TSA.
Hydrogen and helium.
Hydrogen and helium is correct. And that does complete our final challenge round. Continental, our winners today with a final score of 360 to TSA score of 140. That's going to wrap it up for this version of Academic Challenge. We thank you for watching, and we hope you'll join us again very soon. Teams, feel free to congratulate each other on a game well played. We'll see you next time.